Begin this project with a pencil and a 4x4-inch square. Place the 4-inch square in the middle of your paper and trace it so that it is in the center. After you have traced this, think about your theme and draw objects that are simplified, starting on one side and always returning to the same side. Make these drawings very simple because you'll need to cut these out with the scissors. Try to use as much space as possible. Take a Sharpie and outline all of your designs with a black marker. Next, take a pencil and go over all your black lines, covering it with graphite. You want a nice thick layer of pencil over all these black lines. Take 2 pieces of tape and the blue square or whatever square paper and tape it over on top of your square. Flip your paper over so that you can see the Sharpie going through the back side of the paper. Take your pencil and go back over all of your design lines. When you're done with that, turn your paper back over to the blue square and carefully peel it off, being careful not to rip the paper. You now transferred your design to the square. Using a scissors, cut out all the pieces carefully. You will need to keep every single piece that you cut out, including the center part, which is the negative space. Now it's time to put it all together. Place your negative space piece in the center of the other color paper. Place all of your objects opposite where you cut them out of. The easiest way to do this is to place them where they used to be and flip them backwards. Once you have everything in place, take a pencil and mark around the outside where the negative space piece is. This will make it easier for you to move everything and paste it down. Now, in a very important part, When you start to glue things down, you do not need lots of glue. I suggest using tacky glue, but if you only have Elmer's, that's fine, or a glue stick. Use tiny amounts of glue, just tiny little dots. Too much glue is a bad thing. It will ooze out the sides and ruin your design. Add the least amount that you possibly can to get it to stick. Place the negative piece down on your other colored paper using those pencil lines as a guide. Tap it down gently, then grab another piece of paper, put it over the top, and rub your hand over the top, kind of like you're ironing it. That way it'll stay down. Do this every time you glue a piece down. Glue all the remaining pieces opposite where you cut them out of. Make sure you check by flipping the piece of paper over and gluing it down and putting a piece over so that you make it lay flat. Now it's time to take a photo of your artwork. You can use your tablet, a cell phone, iPad, whatever you have to take a photograph. When you take a photograph, you want to be directly over on top of the artwork, and you want to position the artwork so that only that fills in that space. Once you have it centered, take a picture and then open up your photos to edit it. On an iPhone, once you open the image, down the bottom you have options. You can apply filters, that sort of thing. Instead of doing filters, click on the options button and you'll see on an iPhone changing the light. You're going to change the exposure, which is the brightness of the image, by sliding it left or right. I want you to turn your contrast all the way up to the right. And you're going to scroll down to where it says blacks or shadows, and you are going to turn your shadows all the way to the left, and that way you'll get a nice contrast between the two colors of your image. Optionally, you can turn your black values all the way to the right also. That's just going to make everything darker, or adjust, and then you want to make sure that you are saving. My iPhone asks me if I want to modify. I click OK and then I save.